Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I'm going to be discussing is we're going to be talking about Justin Fields and what are the possibilities of him being traded from the Chicago Bears, because from what we've kind of seen in the news reports lately, the Chicago Bears have pretty much made up their mind in a way of they are going to be probably going for Caleb Williams. At least is what we've kind of seen from the breaking news all from Bears reporters and Bears fans. And then one bit of information that pretty much sparks the interest of that, yep, the Bears are moving on from Justin Fields. They're going with Caleb Williams. If you have not seen lately, this is something that players like to do, kind of sparks a little bit of drama in the sports world. But if you have not seen, I'll put it on screen. You can see that Justin Fields has officially unfollowed the Chicago Bears Instagram page. A lot of players for every sport out there, when they play for a team, they like to follow them on Twitter, Instagram. Justin Fields has officially unfollowed the Chicago Bears on Instagram. So like I said, the Bears are going to be probably moving on with Caleb Williams. Justin Fields is going to have to be traded. Who could he go to? What I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be going through kind of reviewing a couple of teams that the Chicago Bears could possibly trade Justin Fields to, and how would Justin Fields, I guess you could say, work with these teams. So without further ado, if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go ahead and drop a like onto this video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, first up we got the New England Patriots. Now, the New England Patriots could actually work for a lot of different reasons. The New England Patriots have pretty much made up their mind. I think that they do not want Mac Jones to be there. He's like their last case scenario for the quarterback position. They obviously moved on from Bill Belichick, like we said. Gerard Mayo is going to be the new head coach for the team going forward. Now, right now, the New England Patriots are in position to be able to select the quarterback at number 3. Whether it's Drake May or Jaden Daniels, whoever Washington decides to take, they will take, obviously, the second quarterback remaining. But the option of Justin Fields would make sense because you have a team right here that is set with a good amount of, I guess you could say, receiving positions. You got Mike Gesicki as the tight end position. You got a couple of like average receivers. Maybe if you're bringing a quarterback that can make it work over there. They have a good offensive line. That was one thing Chicago never had, a good offensive line. If New England can maybe get the offensive line playing at a top tier level, Justin Fields could possibly make these average receivers work better, and they could get an offense running. Next up, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the thing with the Raiders is they have kind of made it known that they don't mind going with Aiden O'Connell if they had to. The thing with the Raiders is the way their offense kind of runs, Justin Fields would work very well for them. They have a stout defense. Max Crosby over there leading the charge. You got some good receivers, Devontae Adams. You have a couple other different players on their offense. Pretty damn good. I haven't seen if Josh Jacobs is going to be coming back as the running back position. The offensive line is still, I would say, like middle of the pack whenever it comes to like how good they are compared to the rest of the NFL. And when it comes to the Raiders, I think so far, looking forward, from what you can kind of see in all this writing, they can afford him. If they like him enough toward next year, they say, man, you played amazing. We're going to give you the big contract. They, I think, are one of the teams out of all these teams that can afford him. Now, I realize they're going to be dealing with Jimmy Garoppolo's cap hit. They're going to be dealing with the possibility of if they sign a rookie. The thing is, they kind of have to make up their mind. Are they going to sign a rookie or are they going to go Justin Fields? I think Justin Fields would be a better option for them. But then again, it depends on if Chicago would want to trade him there. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I realize, as you can kind of see from the countdown, this is number 1 on this link. I'm going to say this. The one that's at number 2 is the team I think is a better option. But when it comes to Pittsburgh Steelers, it would also make sense. The Pittsburgh Steelers would be a good option. They're kind of in this boat right now where they're debating between Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph of who's going to be their guy. Mason Rudolph, I think, is also a free agent. So do they go with Mason Rudolph? Do they bring him back? Do they go get Kenny Pickett and make him actually the star focal point of this offense? Or do they say, screw it, we're going to go all in. Let's go get Justin Fields. And from what we've seen with Mike Tomlin, it don't matter how bad everything around him is crumbling around. Justin Fields going in there could still give you 9 wins. And say the talent takes over and you can get the ball moving down the field, Justin Fields could very well lead the Pittsburgh Steelers to like 11-6 season and get you guys your first playoff win since 2016. And like I just said with Mike Tomlin, I think Justin Fields would work very well together. They kind of already have a connection from what I've seen. And the other big thing, Arthur Smith was just hired to be the offensive coordinator out there. And I think with Justin Fields out there, he would really work well in that offense, a run game, get a play action moving. He did a lot of that with Ohio State. He would just thrive in there. And the last option that I kind of have is Atlanta Falcons, that I will agree is the number 1 option that Justin Fields needs to pray he gets to. Let me explain a couple of the reasons. Number 1, he's from Georgia. He's from the Atlanta area. He grew up there. Why not go home and play quarterback? Number 2, you look at the weapons around him and Drake London, Bijan Robinson. You have Kyle Pitts at the tight end position. You have weapons there. They just went out and hired Raheem Morris to be the new head coach. He's a defensive coach, so he's going to be able to take over the defense. I don't know exactly who their offensive coordinator is, but hopefully they get somebody in there, somebody that can work with Justin Fields and make things work. Their quarterback position is not the best. Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ridder. I don't think they want to move on with either of those guys. They have the number 8 overall pick right now. If they were willing to trade like a 2nd round pick and go get Justin Fields, then use that 8th overall pick, maybe they use it for a defensive player, or maybe they can go after like another receiver, maybe like a Romeo Duzay if he drops that far to them. People said the Atlanta Falcons might be a team that you're going to have to watch for to just trade up to number 3, possibly go get like a Jaden Daniels. But when I think about it for the Atlanta Falcons, why would you want to trade probably 2 first-round picks, probably a 3rd round pick, and then maybe a player just to get up to the number 3 overall or even number 2 overall with Washington when you could just go and say, fuck this, let's just go give a 2nd round pick, maybe even a 3rd round pick to Chicago and go get Justin Fields. And then you can go there. You can still use that 9th overall pick or 8th overall pick. Go draft, like I said, a Romeo Duzé or Dallas Turner or somebody else to add to your group, and you could be thriving in this offseason moving into next season. When it comes to your offensive line, I think the Falcons have a pretty good offensive line. The defense, like I said, they really got back into things after the end of the last season. The thing that was weird for them, they went 7-10 with Arthur Smith as the head coach. I think with Raheem Morris being the new head coach, he can really make that defense be at least top 10 level. They have the players. They just need somebody to call the right plays, I think. And I truly think with Justin Fields being in Atlanta, it would just make the most sense, and that team would, like, you look at the division. Carolina Panthers, who knows what Bryce Young and Dave Canales is going to be. You look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, are they going to sign him to a max extension? Are they going to then have money to pay other guys? Who knows? And then the New Orleans Saints, last year they finished 9-8. They didn't win the division. They finished behind Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But they were just so up and down, up and down. I think at this point with that division, it seems like if you can get 9 wins, 10 wins at max, you can win that division. And if the Atlanta Falcons, they went 7-10 last year with Arthur Smith. If they can go out there with Arthur Smith being just a dumbass when it comes to like selective play calling and like game management positions, and you can go out there, if Raheem Morris can go out there and make the right decisions, get the defense rolling, make some stops at the end of the game, let Justin Fields go out there and just make plays with his feet and his legs, go throw the ball down the field and just do what he does, they could go far. But ultimately, I think I'm going to wrap it up with this. Like I said, Justin Fields, he would make sense in all those teams. Obviously, he could go somewhere else. Obviously, the Chicago Bears could do the God-forbidding worse and just keep him with Caleb Williams and make Justin Fields be like the bridge quarterback to Caleb Williams. I heard that report coming out. That would be the worst thing ever to happen. But like I said, when you look at all those teams, like I said, the Patriots, the Falcons, the Steelers, the Raiders, any of those teams would make sense. The Falcons and the Steelers seem like they would make the most sense. The Raiders would make sense because I think he would probably have fun out there in Vegas. That team would be buy into him. Antonio Pierce, they would get along very well, I think. Gerard Mayo and the Patriots, they would make sense. I just think when it comes to the Falcons, like I said, they would be the most iconic like spot for Justin Fields to go. But other than that, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you want to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion on where Justin Fields should go, if you think he should be traded, not traded, just release, let him go sign wherever he wants. What you think about the Falcons, the Patriots, the Raiders, or the Steelers, where you think he could go. If you think any of those spots make sense, like I said, leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below as to where you think he's going to go. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so, and do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.